Hello twin flames, welcome to my channel and welcome to the daily energy check. Let's get started right away. We'll do a classic read today. I've been thinking this morning that we haven't done the ancestor message for a while, like the rubric, but on the other hand, I've been using both the ancestor and angels deck and also guides of the hidden realms, which includes images of ancestors, of guides. For a while, so to me this is still being covered. I think we are moving forward with it and we actually did a lot of it, but I do realize that it's probably time to bring it back, so I will do it one of the days this week, and I'll do a divine masculine check-in as well, probably tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. On Friday I think I'll do the full moon in Capricorn reading, just so that you're prepared for the weekend. It's going to be Sunday early morning for New York time. And then of course you can look up the times based on where you are in the world, but I want you to have some thoughts, give you some food for thought and some guidance from spirit on what is important to manifest during this time, to cleanse, to let go of, and what topics may be important to pay attention to, at least for the twin collective in general. So let's get an oracle message from the Sacred Traveler Oracle. We've got something for divine feminines already. Reaching your destination, your light is shining brightly. So yes, we've been getting certain nudges for the feminine to keep going, and it's actually, it may sound that this is pretty straightforward and doesn't really take anything special out of you, like, yeah, cool, this is like a validation, right? You're shining brightly, keep going. Like, it's like, okay, happy days, I'll just continue doing what I'm doing. But it also means do not dim your light. And if you're doing that, this is the time to look at maybe subconscious patterns that you have, right? Voices in your head where you're playing it small, where you may not have full faith in yourself, right? And this is something that you can fine tune. And this could be also energies, especially if they're like the negative self-talk, or potentially something that you're still replaying in your head based on what your parents said, your friends and family, your significant other, whoever, whatever it was in your life, right? Maybe you just read about it somewhere, right? Like a certain stereotype, and you're like, well, and I don't fit into that, so I don't think I can actually do that, right? And maybe you telling yourself conscious, like, yeah, I'm fine, I just keep going. But if you have that pattern subconsciously, it will still gonna be sabotaging your manifestation. And that's something, that pattern is something that you can let go of during this full moon in Capricorn. All right. For masculines, we have rejuvenating rain, clear the past, heal the present. Wow, this is very much a full moon energy of transmutation and healing. I love the rain part, the water. So you may be guided to, or maybe this is your guidance, to work with water today. And if you're not close to the natural body of water, don't worry, you can still do rituals with the shower, the bath, even by one of the rituals, if you've been with me for a while, we've done it a few times, where you write things that you want to let go of in a piece of paper, and then you do the burn ritual. But we do it, part of the burn ritual is to have a bowl of water where you can throw the paper if it burns away, right, to avoid any kind of fire accidents. So that's also water, right? And you're bringing in that element. So it's up to you, when you have an experience when you're crying, you're tearing up, right? That's also water, and you're working with that element again. So you can play with the concept, but know that this water is there to help you clear the past and heal your energy, so that you can move forward, you can live in the present moment, and you can move forward without that burden, without that pain. Okay, let's get into tarot. I'll go back to the good tarot today. Quite a hefty deck, actually. Oh, and I got notification that my Lightseer Tarot deck is gonna be here very, very soon. So yeah, check out readings for the rest of the week. Maybe I'll do the full moon reading with the deck. We'll see, just as a celebration point. It should be, I should already have it by Friday, so fingers crossed. And then there is another oracle deck that I'm getting, so another surprise, but I may hold on to that, to revealing that till next week, so that we don't get too excited, you know, get too much too quickly. And we can pace ourselves with all of it, because I don't really get a lot of, like, I don't get decks very often, and I keep asking and giving people nudges to, like, maybe you want to support me. There's an Amazon wish list with the decks I'd love to have, but no one's really doing that. So I end up just buying decks by myself, and I do want to have variety, and I am a creative person, so I am guided sometimes to get something new that will refresh my energy the way I'm reading the cards. But yeah, I mean, I'm already doing a lot of energy investment and investing all kinds of resources into this business. So sometimes it's just that kind of bargain of like, yeah, no, I can't spend another $20, $40, $60 on a deck, right? Because, well, so if you want to support me, there's an Amazon wish list still there. Of course, you can do donations. There is also information in the description box. All of it will go towards supporting this channel and you know, getting equipment or the decks that will help me make this even more exciting and interesting for you. Okay, so bottom of the deck, King of Fire, and I love this heart that he has. You don't usually have that representation in, essentially this is King of Wands, right? But I love it's like a passionate heart, you know? It's like this passion that's brewing up, that's almost like the past life passion I'm getting. Something that has been your strength for, your soul's strength for generations and generations, and now it's coming, like in this lifetime, you may not have had access to it yet, but it's coming to the surface now, or a new side of it, right? Like completely new, so you could be surprised. And we have Saturn and Neptune in retrograde at this time. So yes, surprises are bound to happen. And this could be just another leg of that journey, you know. But be very open to it. Do not push it away. Because again, our brain oftentimes, if it's unfamiliar, it can get scared. If it's not something I know, it may present danger. So I'll just push it away and stay in my comfort zone. So just be very mindful of that at this time. Yeah, the Devil, you see, so you can get scared of it. You can try to kind of downplay it, or you can miss it altogether if you're in the ego space, right? But it's very important to be able to free yourself up, and that's where this chain metaphor comes in, right? It's up to you to take off the chain and to walk away from the limitation, from the limiting pattern that you may have. Maybe not even from this lifetime, maybe even from the past lifetime. So don't, I mean, it's kind of important to understand where it comes from for full healing and for your full awareness, you know, and then you'll be able to help other people, all these good things. But it's also, like, if that's not available, it's a lot more important to not to sweat too much on what's causing it or how you happen to have it. And it's possible that it's a generational karma that you've inherited. So it's not something that you've consciously experienced in this lifetime, but it's been passed on. That's something that you agreed to work with in this lifetime. So the important part is to accept that it exists, to pinpoint it, and then to work with it. And there are so many tools that I've already been talking about. If you're struggling to understand how to deal with it, you know, you have a pattern, you struggle to work on it, to improve your energy, your state of being, let me know. That's one of the things I'm handling in coaching one-to-one. I might do group coaching at some point. We'll see. I like working with people one-on-one because it helps pinpoint your specific situation. It helps me feel your energy and understand what I'm picking up, right? And we can use different tools to help see what your specific, what the fine-tuning is for you specifically, right? Without being too generic. Which sometimes I have to be in these readings because it's a general reading for a lot of people. So feminines, your energy is justice, clarified by Ace of Wands. Again, this passion, right? But it also comes in with like a karma cycles being closed out, right? And this is like you've done the homework, you've done the inner work, and this is the time of the payoff, you know, where you're getting new freedom, new inspiration, new excitement about things in life, right? This is like the karmic rebalancing now, right? That you've experienced certain struggles in certain area as much as you could, you know, you've learned from it, you've done, like you've simmered in it, you know, you've taken anything and all that you could from that situation in terms of understanding what it's about and healing it, right? And now you've completed that course, you've graduated, and there is this exciting idea, opportunity that comes in as a result, like as a gift really to you. And yeah, just be present and don't lose it, don't push it aside. For masculines, we have 8 of Fire, clarified by the Chariot. So also some fire here, right? Some excitement. And I like that in this deck, it's actually like finding your way, right? And to me, it very much correlates with the Chariot. So masculines are finding their way home, figuratively speaking, right? It can mean so many different things, but more than anything, it's finding their peace, finding their inner compass, understanding how to self-regulate and to get to the inner truth, you know, what is true to me, not what other people who can influence me are telling me the truth is, like what is my inner truth, from the heart, not from the ego. That's another depth of complexity, right? And they are getting some guidance. This is a major arcana here, some guidance from the universe on the direction, on some clues, you know. It's like a scavenger hunt where you're getting, like if you picture this journey, right? This is a journey here as a scavenger hunt, and you're getting one clue at a time, and you are, because the order matters, the way that this information is unfolding matters, right? But there is guidance, there are signs and synchronicities from the universe that if masculines are paying attention to, and yesterday we had listening card was your heart, listen with your heart for the masculines. If you're doing that and you're picking up on this and you're taking action, again, 8 of Wands is also about taking action, not just watching, right? We've watched for a while, we've observed. Now it's time to act on these things. You spot it and you pick it up, you work with it, you deal with it. It gives you more insight, and then, you know, like in scavenger hunt, it then gives you information about where the next clue is or what it is. And that helps you move on to the next piece and then to the next one. So stop overthinking that you don't necessarily know where the last piece is going to take you or what the price is going to be or whatever it is, right? Just keep picking up the clues and working with them. Additional question today. Again, fire. 9 of Fire, clarified by Queen of Swords. So this is about facing the truth of what the miracle is for you, right? Not just something abstract and ephemeral where it's like, yeah, maybe when it happens to me, I'll know what it is, right? This is zeroing in on what the vision is, like adding clarity, you know, like all those settings that we have in cameras, for example, or when you're watching some video content where it becomes more crisp, more bright, more vivid, has more pixels in it, you know, and then you get the nuances and details. So it's starting to give you the details of what the vision is. So how do feminines recognize the vision? Okay, got a few cards mixed up. The call, the call clarified by 6 of Pentacles. This is like, you know, this is mic drop moment because this is the call of the mission, right? Like in this deck, it's actually it's the judgment actually, but here is called the call. And 6 of Pentacles is about service to the public. It's about mission. It's about how can I help the humanity, right? So the feminines can see it by starting to, again, respond to the spark, to the excitement, to the opportunities at hand. Even if they seem trivial, even if it's like, I don't know, maybe you're in this moment, you're helping your cousin, right? It's like, well, it's not exactly helping the humanity, right? If I'm helping my cousin, I don't know, deal with her love life right now because she's struggling. It starts somewhere, right? So take what you have now, what you can work with, and notice how your energy is going to be shifted and how you'll get more and more ideas, right, of what the call is about. And you'll be surprised, and then you'll get feedback from these people that you're working with, or even if you're working on yourself, like, wow, I never knew that I actually had an aptitude for this, or I didn't know this would be so interesting to me, right? But maybe it's something I can learn more about and I can use it in the services that I can provide to people. It all starts with you doing that work with yourself, using those tools, those approaches, then using it with people you know, why not? And then extrapolating it to the wider public. For masculines, they have Messenger of Air, clarified by Page of Wands. Yeah, we've seen a lot of pages and knights. Messenger is the knight in this deck lately. And yes, it has to do with communication. So, and I mean, we had Queen of Swords here too. So masculines are going to be communicated what the opportunity is, what to aspire to. But it only happens when they start communicating. Very interesting plot twist, right? When they become honest with themselves and they are ready to talk about what's really happening with them, where they are in the world, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? What they would like to have, what are they grateful for, what are they afraid of, where they have blockages if they know of them, right? Like when that honest communication begins, and whether like in this card, to me this is like almost turning to the higher power of the guides, or you know, the universe, really, whatever you believe in, right? That could be a conversation if there is nobody next to you, divine masculines, that you can talk to. But it needs to start. You need to get started with it, right? And then it will again come full circle and you'll start getting a more clear picture on where you're going. How the feminine seeing the connection at this time. Another 8. 8 of Earth, clarified by 2 of Wands. So feminines are focusing, and I love that there is a, I don't know if it's a violin, looks more like a cello, but whatever it is, it's a musical instrument, right? So this is like a work card, putting in the work, but it's also very creative, very musical and poetic, and this is about making choices towards something beautiful and poetic. So if you are putting in your effort, then it's at least something that you're excited about, right? And so right now, feminines are focusing on what excites them. As part of this journey, you also need inspiration and excitement, right? Why does it excite you? It may well easily be that you want to be together with your masculine to create a family together, to create legacy in this world, to make it a better place, right? But probably with more detail, right? So this is a little bit more in the weeds, in the detail. But whatever it is that makes you excited, that's what needs to be brought out now. This is the energy really to like keep your keep the lights on, right? Like keep that excitement going, so you have that power, you have that stamina to continue through the challenges, through maybe silent treatments, whatever it is that's happening in the connection right now, right? You need to have your personal inspiration that is not entirely connected with the masculine, like things will only be good when we are together, right? No, it needs to start somewhere that where it makes sense for you in your personal space, why you're on it. For masculines, how they see in the connection, we have 3 of Earth, clarified by 9 of Cups. And we also saw this card, this is 3 of Pentacles essentially. We saw this in the previous readings for the masculines as well. So this is collaboration, and they understand that collaboration is needed. And there are certain things that they want to bring into life in their own right, you know, as an individual, where they realize now that they need to collaborate with the feminine to make it a success, to make it as wonderful as they imagine it, you know, like there's this beautiful vision, and it's like, yeah, well, you know, my skill set and gifts and my feminine skill set and gifts, and then that could be a reality. Then I can see that happening like that. But if it's just me struggling through it, yeah, that sounds like a very, you know, obscure route to it, and not as much hope. So they see that collaboration will be necessary, that this is guided, this is fated, even if they don't know the twin flame terminology, or they don't see this connection that way. But for some practical reason, they see that they need to unite the gifts and skills and energies and experiences that they have, them and the feminines have, to build something beautiful, to build that legacy that they want to leave, that will make them happy and fulfilled. So this is more like now like a vision, you know, like a dream. Again, it's one of those things that masculines don't really have a clear vision of how do we get there, but there is an understanding, and that's where acceptance starts coming in, right? That it's not like, oh well, they hurt my feelings, or they did this, and then maybe I embarrassed myself, whatever the situation is, so I'm just gonna run away from this person, from this relationship, from whatever this context was. Right now they're like, actually there's something bigger, much bigger than my fear, that is relevant here, so I better get my stuff together and overcome this and heal this, so we can come together and we can build and we can create. Okay, I hope this was useful for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with others who may benefit from this kind of information. And until next time,